Hey guys, what's up? I'm Srinigate. You're watching my YouTube channel Xtreme Productions and welcome back to the channel. Now let me clarify, while riding this bike earlier today, it started raining heavily and that's why I'm all drenched and won't show up in front of the camera anytime soon. Alright, about the X-Blade. Imagine you decide to buy yourself a premium 160cc commuter, but you value comfort and practicality over handling and outright performance. The X-Blade then is probably the best option for you. Today I have with me the updated BS6 version of the X-Blade with me. So without further ado, let's check it out in detail. Before starting the review, special thanks to ARIHANT Honda for providing me the BS6 X-Blade for a detailed review. They currently have the Honor 2.0 and the X-Blade for booking and test ride. So contact details are in the description down below. In terms of the design, the X-Blade surely is an attention grabber. Not due to its design, but mainly due to it being unique with an all-LED headlamp, the big proportions and its stance. I mean, it actually looks like a scaled down ADV. Hit like if you agree. Practical features like a kickstarter, a big and comfy single piece seat, large tank cover with tank pad like panels, fork gaiters, a nicely designed sari and chain guard, and large and uniquely designed grab rails as anchor points means it surely is designed to be as practical as possible. The instrument cluster doesn't need swipe after startup, has a digital tacho up top, a digital speedo, a gear position indicator, a fuel gauge, 2 additional trip meters, a clock and telltale lights at the bottom. Fit and finish and build quality of the switchgear is decent, with an engine kill switch, a hazard light switch and dual throttle cables. On the left, you get conventional headlamp switches and a pass light switch as well. About the specs, there's not much different about the bike except new paint schemes, BS6 hardware, difference in power output and most importantly, the addition of an engine kill switch, which I think in itself is worth the price hike. About the engine, the BS6 version gets a new FI system called PGM FI by Honda and their patented HET technology. It's a simple air-cooled 2-valve 162cc single producing 13.8 PS and 14.7 Nm of peak torque, which is a drop of 0.2 PS in power, but the torque gains are significant at 0.8 Nm. It gets a 5-speed gearbox and a kickstarter. About the chassis, it's a diamond type frame with a 1347mm wheelbase, a 160mm ground clearance, and seat height of 795mm. The fuel tank capacity is 12 liters and the curb weight of the twin disc variant is 144 kg and that of the drum variant is 143 kg, which is light compared to some rivals. It gets conventional telescopic forks up front and a 7-step preload adjustable monoshock at the rear. Braking duties are carried out by a 276mm disc up front and a 220mm disc at the rear, or a 130mm drum for a drum brake variant, with calibers by Nissan and single channel ABS as standard. Tire sizes are 80 by 100 17 up front and 130 by 70 17 at the rear. Now done with the specs, let's check out the exhaust note of the bike by operating an engine kill switch on a Honda. Riding the X-Blade out in the city, the engine feels super refined, the gearbox is effortless to shift and the steering feels crazy light. That's mainly due to thinner and lighter front forks and much thinner profiled rubber up front. The bike feels light and agile on its feet and very easy to maneuver in city traffic. But that does mean you get very little feel from the front end. The clutch is super light and that, added with good bottom end and mid-range grunt, means the motor feels very tractable in the city. It even manages to putter around in 5th gear, doing as low as 35 km/h in city traffic. These dynamics make it a breeze to ride in the city. And that's where the positives end. Honda has tuned the engine for a grunty bottom end, which means there's no point revving it out. And this results in slow pace past the mid-range. It stays refined throughout the rev range thanks to the counterbalancer, but does not feel rev happy. In the engine department then, it lacks the character, which it being a commuter is kind of acceptable. About touring, you must treat it as a commuter from a segment below, because lack of eagerness in the upper mid-range and top end means it starts feeling out of breath past as early as 80 km/h. A tourer then? Yes, but only for speeds up to 85 to 90 km an hour, where, let me clarify, it does not feel stressed out, but does not provide more margin either. About the brakes, I'll be honest, I rode this bike in rain and hence can't give my opinion on them, as wet conditions drastically change the feel, feedback and braking distance. The seating posture is relaxed, with a very minute front lean, mid-set foot pegs and a plush and comfortable seat with perfect padding. In all, the X-Blade does exactly what it has been intended to do, be a great city commuter. But it simply lacks the character which its rivals provide in loads. For us enthusiasts then, it simply isn't the 160 to have. Coming to the point I was talking about initially, it's aimed at a totally different crowd, who care more about saddle comfort, practicality and most importantly, kitna deti hai. For those guys, it will cater to really well. So that's pretty much it from my side. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel right away for plenty more videos coming your way. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
She's the it girl, the one to know. Out of your dreams, she makes it known. She's A-list, but no one knows what I know, what I know. She'll chew you up and spit you out. She'll take your soul without a doubt. She'll break your heart, 'cause no one knows what I know.